Good evening, everybody. My name is McManus. We've got a special episode this week for Hardspace Shipbreaker Episode 2. McManus is still new to this whole editing thing, and so in his haste to get Episode 2 out as soon as possible, he made a little boo-boo, little mistake, stepped in a cow pie, if you will. And the footage that we recorded did not come with any game audio, so you can't hear any of the dialogue and sound effects. Wonderful music by this team, and that's disappointing. So what McManus has decided to do is McManus has decided to take all that footage and craft it down into a quick little recap for you here. So this episode will be a little short, and I like them to be a little bit longer usually. But we're gonna let this play out here and let you just check out the episode 2 recap. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be back next week with episode 3, which will be in the longer form, where we can all discover things together on as a team. Look forward to talking to you guys then. Hope you enjoy the recap. McManus out. I'm going to the kitchen. Get some cheese. Here we go with our episode 2 recap. Alright, so first we got the tether module. It's basically like a space lasso. But then we ran into the tasty mackerel that calls itself the Calamity 9. As we got out there and tried to use that tether, we found out it was a little difficult at first. But you see there, we finally figured out how to point it between two spots. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that part right there. And then we finally figured out how to take that part and set it all the way down to the ground where it belongs. Now, look at this thing go. Whoa! Yeah, that's pretty fast there. Our next task involved going inside the ship, so we used our scanner here to kind of check out the entire structure of this entire vessel. Then we got to the airlock here because we have to go into a pressurized system and take all the pressure out of it. Now, how do you take out the pressure, you ask? Well, we traveled through the ship here and found this one little neat device over there with the blue light on it. It calls itself the pressure stabilizer. McManus has done forgot what it's called, but you go in there and you press the button and get the thumbs up and everything turns out great. Turns out A-okay, right? Not really, because then, boom, we get hit in the face with some kind of space debris. Apparently, McManus may not have done things in the proper order, which is a big surprise, right? We finally figured out that we had to go here, and after we got it depressurized, we had to try and get this space reactor out of here. Now, McManus did not realize how volatile this thing was, because as I'm trying to get it outside of the ship, I'm not doing too good too quickly. We're having a big struggle here, trying to get through that tiny little hole, and it's just not going the way I want it to. I finally tried. I kept on trying to get it down, and the struggle was real. I finally got it almost to the point, and McManus, well, he met his untimely demise, as you can see. McManus' first death in Hardspace Shipbreaker is very disappointing to see. But we always like to try again. McManus decided he was going to try and get smart and cut open the ship from the outside or the inside to try and get that reactor out there a little bit faster, but unfortunately that didn't go the way McManus wanted to. You see here he struggled really hard with these panels, just could not figure out exactly what they wanted him to do. Tried cutting some things up, nothing really worked right, so our man just said, forget it, we're gonna do this the American way, which is sometimes the hard way. So you see me here struggling with this tether, trying to find out a proper place for it to go. McManus did try and use his noodle a little bit and decided that the reactor could be pulled first with a tether to allow me to get into position to come through, get on the outside quickly, and pull the reactor once it gets close enough. And that seems to have gone well so far. We're pulling the reactor out now, doing pretty good here. No explosions yet, so McManus is pretty happy about that. And we got that lined up just right. Oh, well, you still get a little bit of a shock if you get too close to it, unfortunately, you know. It tried to get away from me there too, but McManus was able to get his tether there, and he was basically able to send that reactor home where it belongs. McManus was pretty proud of that. And after we had saved ourselves from certain death, McManus decided it was time to use the whole buffalo, as they say. And we started figuring out that as you tore apart these ship joints here, the panels themselves will lift apart in singular pieces. So once McManus realized this, it was pretty much over, as they say. You can see here that it started to free float away, so McManus was able to get out here with a tether and hook it to one side and send it off to either the processor or the furnace, depending on what it was made out of. McManus had a little bit of trouble sometimes aiming properly, which, you know, that happens, especially when you get older, kids, don't. Trust me. But you can see there it flies straight into his home, and so McManus felt like he was really doing some good there. So we just proceeded to go in and destroy every single ship joint that we could find. If it had those markings on it, it was gonna be shredded in the name of McManus. Yeah, so you can see us going through here and burning through all these different joints. Like a hot space knife through space butter, these joints stood no chance against Lynx's best ship-breaking technology. Once I started to toss panels like bales of hay, I started getting careless. This panel was supposed to be processed, not furnaced. And I tried to save it, but I failed. And the robot lady let me have it. But I wasn't about to let a kerfuffle keep me from cauterizing the remaining ship joints. These joints surely lasted longer than my neighbor Cletus did during the Great Bull Ride of 1981. That was a good year, because it was also the year that I inherited the farm from my great-grandpappy, destined to grow soybeans, taters, and corn on fields as far as the eye could see. I must have had a field for each one of these ship joints that I've had to disintegrate like a cricket caught under my horse's hoof. After the joints are gone, the tethers do the heavy lifting, and the ship becomes just an empty husk, ready for processing. Let's go look at the numbers. All right, let's look at the damage here. We took in that reactor, which got us $500,000. Like winning the lottery over here. It's like the corn lottery or something. We got ourselves a titanium panel. $778,000 worth of nanocarbons panels. Some nanocarbons themselves. A class 1 reactor plate. Twin nacelles at $300,000 for 2 of them. Not bad, not bad. Titanium scrap antennas. I told you we get those antennas. Look at that, $36,000. Every penny counts. Door console, panel aluminum, thruster class 1 cap, all for a total of 2.1 million credits. I think that's pretty good for our third day on the job. And we still have that much more to go. Every little bit at a time, right? Now that we're starting to get the process down of using the whole buffalo, breaking apart the ship, hitting the cut points, breaking apart the panels to send them away. Tethers are our friends, as Weaver told us. I think we've got ourselves a really good start here. So we may go ahead and end the episode here. Good morning to you too, but it's actually good night for us, because we're going to go ahead and call it here on this episode 2 of Shipbreaker. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're the social type and you like the social medias, the fat nerd who handles my channel here, he set up me an account. Follow me on Instagram at ccm.studios. You can go over there and ask McManus any kind of questions you want, and just say hey and talk to me about this game and how I'm trying my best to be the employee of the month for the Shipbreakers. I think we're doing okay though. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the space side.